personality matrix on the chart. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm making a loft. I saw this loft in City Living and I hadn't really noticed it before. So it was my first time actually being on the lot. And it was kind of surprising because it was really empty. It just had a really weird bathroom, a room with the elevator, a kitchen and like a bit of outside decoration, and a bed. It was kind of confusing. It kind of looked like a job that wasn't finished, So I felt like redoing it. At first, I actually was thinking of doing like a dorm situation, like a roommate situation type of thing. So I was trying to find a lot for like an apartment for that. But then I actually found this and I decided to try to do something kind of industrial, which is kind of hard to do when you do not have the industrial lot hack. Because I don't have it and I still wanted to do an industrial lot, so I still tried to the best I could. I liked the brick because it kind of it felt industrial for me. I didn't look up reference pictures. I had to base myself off of other stuff that I'd seen a while ago, and I realized that I hadn't looked at reference pictures a bit later on in the build. So it was, I guess, a bit of a struggle because I didn't really know what I was doing. So I hope it looks okay. And I hope it goes with the theme. I think it looks nice, but I don't know if it goes with the theme. So I used a railing from Get to Work and as like a copper top and a brown main piece, I guess. And so I put brown wood stairs to kind of match. And I was doing the bedroom first with platforms, trying to keep it open. And there's this trick that someone that I know taught me, and it's where you take these tables, I forget what they're from, and it's you rotate them, and it makes like a intricate table. But I took off some of the tables in that one table, I guess, to make it less intricate, I guess. So I used 2 different nightstands to make it feel more industrial. I have no idea if this is what industrial looks like, but I did use a lot of Dream Home Decorator. That I use that a lot in this pack, in this build, and I try to keep that brown theme. So I try to keep the same colors of brown, except in the bathroom. But I tried to keep the same shades of brown going on throughout the whole build to kind of keep it tied together, I guess. And I put big black windows, because I felt like that was industrial. And I was looking at all the options for plants, so that's why there's a lot scattered around. But it was just because I was trying to find the thing that would fit the most. And this build took a while to do, and I didn't actually finish it. This is going to be one part of 2. So here I just did the interior, but the second part is going to be shorter. But I'm going to do the balconies and the sunroom because it was taking a while to do. It took me like 2 hours to do, more than 2 hours to do. So because I'm very indecisive with things, so it takes me a while to find stuff that I like to put in a build. So it takes a while. So this build, since I hadn't tried anything like before I started filming, I didn't really know what I was doing. And I actually did use some new stuff. Like that carpet, I've never used it before. That lamp, I don't think I've used that before either. So I did use some things that I used were new, or stuff that I hadn't used a lot. So I did, I guess, kind of change what I would normally do, but at the same time, there's stuff that I do in most of my builds, like using Dream Home Decorator to do like a closet or stuff like that I did use, or like for a bed. And I did put multiple black accents in the build. So you'll see that in like in appliances like the fridge, stove, and stuff like, or in sinks are black. And I tried to kind of put those around the build because it felt modern. And for me, industrial, I would say, is modern in a way. That's just my personal opinion, but I find it a bit modern. So yeah. For the TV stand, I used Dream Home Decorator. You guys probably noticed that by now. And I also used shelves in like areas where I didn't want a cabinet per se. I put shelves so that, because it's thinner, it's not as bulky as the cabinets, but you can still put stuff on it and it still connects it, which is what I liked about the shelves. And it's surprising that there's no like plain white shelves, because the shelves here that I use, I changed them to white, but I would say that's more of an off-white. And then when I tried to look for other like plain, actually white shelves, they had something on them. Like the one that I'm trying right now, it has like that little side piece, which doesn't work for things that are just like the shelf, not just half of the shelf. So that was a struggle. I'm a bit annoyed by that. I don't know why there's not a normal white shelf. This build actually, it looks kind of small, I guess, but it was actually kind of difficult to do because there is some areas that I didn't know what to do with them, because it was like I already had a dinner table and a kitchen and a living room and stuff like that, so I didn't really know what to put. And it was like in front of the front doors, or not exactly in front of the front door, but kind of in the middle, and you don't really know what to put if you have all the necessities. So there were some times that was a bit of a struggle, and that does happen in a lot of big builds. It's like you don't know what to put, so you might put like a living room, which I did do, like an extra seating space. But the thing is that you can't have that every floor. You can't have like 3 living rooms or seating areas. You can't just have that. So it's kind of hard. And it wasn't like in areas where I could put bookcases and say that it's like a library, like the area where that bed is. I could have done that. But it was like in the middle, so there's no walls to do that with. So I put a seating area and a ping pong table. Here for the shelves, I'm just decorating them. And I tried to go for a cluttered feel, but at the same time, I feel like it's the organized clutter, more on the cluttered side than the organized side. But I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it or not. I feel like I do, but at the same time, I don't. I don't know, I'm still negotiating my opinion on the decorations right now. But if I don't like anything, I might just change it before posting it to the gallery. So yeah, I have this habit of placing things and then coloring and then like changing the color or the swatch, because I get to see like what I want it to be and how it will fit in before, like actually seeing it with the rest of the furniture before after placing it. So instead of doing it before. And there's a problem with Dream Home Decorator that really annoys me, is that sometimes I'll place some things, and you'll see that in the pictures later on at the end. Some of the Dream Home Decorator pieces actually disappeared, and I don't know why, because it's not like I deleted them or anything. And it did happen in the first apartment that I redid. Some of the Dream Home Decorator items kept on disappearing, so I feel like that's a bug with the pack. Kind of like how I've heard a lot of people say that the wedding pack, I forget what it's called, it's like Dream Wedding, or I don't know, but it has a lot of bugs, And I feel like that's a very big problem with gameplay, because like here, I spend time making something, and then after, when I go back, it's not there anymore. Like, I remember in my apartment, I had a desk, and it kept on disappearing. So then with the stuff on the desk, if the desk is not there, you can't actually do anything unless you redo it, which is always tedious if you have to do that every time you log on and want to play that with that person. So I feel that's something that they should really fix, because that will affect gameplay. I actually hadn't finished the bedroom before moving on to the living room. But so I made a closet, and since I knew that there was going to be tall windows, I actually kept the middle kind of section open. That way it wouldn't be blocking the window. And still, I used the Dream Home Decorator pack. It's not as bulky this time, but I still kept it asymmetrical, because I like how it's not symmetrical. I find it more, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it just looks better. Instead of having some, like, stuff can be completely symmetrical and it will be very pretty in some situations, but this one, for example, you can see the bedside tables aren't the same, so it would make sense to keep it asymmetrical instead of keeping it like perfectly the same. So I just found that it fit better. I did try to go for pretty light colors throughout the build. Like, I will have pastels and lighter whites and stuff like that, but then there are the accents of black or metallic or something like that, or dark wood, and I find that really nice. There is a surprising amount of trophies, actually, but I feel like at the same time it's not that many, because there's 3 from the scout thing, like Girl Scout type of job or whatever, and then there's like some from like being actor, musician, and artists and stuff like that. So yeah, I was able to put those around the build. I put 3 in the living room and 1 right here on the shelf. So I kept on decorating. Some of the things will, like, the basket that I put under the closet, I like the color of the basket, or like I like the part of it, and then after I don't like the rest. And that's always so annoying when that happens. The bathroom was so weird. It was like the elevator was kind of in the middle, and then there's a toilet in section that didn't have the elevator because it was like indented, I guess. But the thing is that the toilet wasn't touching the wall. I don't know, it was a very weird situation. But I changed the elevator situation, and I actually made there be an office where you can record things. So I did use the space a bit better, I think, because that was a very big entryway with literally nothing in it. It was completely empty. So I don't know what the use of that was, but yeah, so I made an office for if someone wanted to be a YouTuber, for example, but you could always change it to a normal office so that your sim can just work. If they're a writer or something, they can have their own office, and that'll be great. But mine was specifically for a YouTuber. How I decorated it was for a YouTuber, or gamer, YouTuber, whatever. So yeah, but I liked how I used the space. I felt like it was minimalistic in a way, but not really minimalistic. It was more simple, but it also had nice decoration. It wasn't like overwhelming how I decorated it. It made sense. And I really want to try those galaxy lights, or the portable galaxy light thing. Yeah, the galaxy light seems really fun. I hope that it lights up the room in a nice way. I use really big doors with windows in them, even for the bathroom. But it's kind of surprising how there's like no big, like, tall doors that are just for like inside, and that are like simple kind of. It's kind of weird. I don't understand why it's like that. But so since there's big windows and stuff, I was thinking, oh, I can just use big doors. Doesn't matter if there's windows, it's not real life. You don't need privacy. The bathroom, I have to say, still big. But I do think I use the space well. So there's a little shelf and storage area in that little corner because I didn't really know what to do with it, and it wasn't going to be used for anything in the entryway kind of area. So I just put more stuff here. I put some nail polish and some makeup, so like if your person wanted to like touch up their makeup or something like before filming, they can easily do that. Full mirror, and there's like some posters also on the walls, and I used light colors on the carpet and the plant, and then after the posters are more vibrant, I honestly really like the poster with the sloths and also with the girl like holding her pair of headphones, I think. Yeah. I also like the kitchen. I think it turned out very nice. So it was really practical how actually all the big doors, like the door in the entryway and the big windows, most of them I didn't have to change. I just had to change their colors. It was more like the ones on the side. And yes, I know it doesn't fit in with like what the rest of the building looks like, but it looks better when you're playing and you're not actually going to look at the outside of the building. So now that I'm doing the bathroom, you guys can probably see that I'm like putting black towel on like a section that's like kind of raised up, kind of like stairs. And it was because I was going to do like a lot of like black and white in this bathroom kind of. And I wanted the shower to be raised, and I don't know why, but it just felt right to put it in black tile. So I was struggling to find one that worked well. Then I put like a light gray wall or tile for the walls because it wasn't too bright like white would have been, but it wasn't too dark like black would have been. So I thought it was nice because it kind of incorporated both of the colors of the floor tiles. So I like that. And then I put a mirror next to the shower to kind of, I guess, make the space appear bigger, even though it already is pretty big. I have to be honest, it's a big bathroom, but I just thought it was nice. It was a nice touch, especially because it has lighting. There's a big counter for the bathroom. I actually used lightwood in here, like I said before, and it was because since there's the flooring that was light, and I just found that it made sense to have a lighter cabinet in the bathroom compared to like the living room, the bedroom, the kitchen, who have darker cabinets. And here, once again, black accents, and then the mirrors also have lights, kind of tying it with the mirror next to the shower. I also put a basket to make it look fancy, but I don't like the colors of the towels, but the basket is the right color. I used an ottoman for once in the bathroom. I never do that. It just looked fancy, especially because I thought that there needed to be something in that corner. But you can't, I felt like a plant wouldn't have fit in. It would have just been like a plant, It wouldn't have fit. So yeah, I put a toilet and then a bath that was kind of rounded to make it seem like the baths aren't like in a corner or like against a wall. It's just like there. I like those fancy baths in the middle of the room. Like it's not in the middle of the room. And then after, I felt like something was missing in the middle of the room. So I put a table with a plant on it. And then now I'm doing the kitchen, and like I said, I really like how the kitchen turned out. I like the accents with the black appliances and the tall cabinets, and I have a long column of cabinets, and then after it goes around the top, and you also have an island to eat maybe like breakfast or stuff like that. I would have liked to do a breakfast nook, and I might do something pretty similar in the sunroom. But you can use the island for that. So I put the black fridge, The fridge looks really small in comparison to how tall the walls are. I think that they're in height tall, but I feel like that just gives more the industrial vibe. I put bar stools in black and a black trash can. I would have put the one that like grinds everything up and gives you money, I think, when you do it, but it doesn't change colors. So I feel like that's an update that they should do, is that you can have multiple swatches for that trash can. That way it can be like black and, I don't know, silver instead of just white. I put a fancy coffee machine. They should have more microwaves. I do know that it's not a necessity, but the microwave that I'm using now does match a bit, but it's still kind of ugly. And the other microwaves just don't match at all. So yeah, I think that we need a new microwave. So yeah, like we have so many toilets, but we have barely any microwaves. And I feel like microwaves, like, you kind of need them, it gives you quick food sometimes. So yeah, I have a spice rack thing because it looks fancy. And it feels industrial. I don't know how both those go together, but it does. So I made some asymmetrical shelves on the wall to put some clutter, and I was actually able to find stuff for that, which was hard to believe because usually I can't find anything for clutter. It's so hard to clutter kitchens for me. And now that I see this, I realize that I don't have lights over the island, or not the island, I guess it's an island, the bar counter thing, that's what it's called. I kept on calling it island, sorry for that. I don't have any lights over it, so I'm going to add that off camera, and when I upload it to the gallery, obviously it's going to have the lights over it, because I feel like it's missing something. Here I just put it in the entryway. I feel like it's a much more reasonable size. I put the laundry day furniture there because we didn't really have a laundry thing, and we still don't have a machine for it, but I felt like it fit because it's the clutter where, like, you can put your dirty clothes there, your dirty shoes there, or if you bring stuff from, like, if you went to the beach or something like that and you have dirty towels, you can put it there. And I felt like you needed somewhere to do that, and it's easy if it's in the entryway because it's like it's away from the house, so you're not going to get the house dirty. I put a fireplace because that wall needed a fireplace. I don't know, it just felt right. And I'm putting the ping pong table, and then after there's another seating area, and it has a fire pit because we do have a fireplace right next to it, but it's not the same. And I was gonna do like a couch that, like, it goes around it and then it has an open area, and then I was like, oh no, let's split it in half. But then it looked weird, so I just made it into two kind of normal sofas, and then I put on a little chair with a footrest, but obviously the real chair won't be usable. It's just the footrest cushion type of thing that will work because the chair's being blocked by that cushion thing. I made a custom carpet because it wasn't big enough for me, so I had to. And now that the pictures are rolling, I actually did an order of how you'd walk kind of around the house if you're visiting it. I just wanted to say I'm really sorry for not updating or posting for so long. It's just that I had a lot of homework and tests and other stuff like that was keeping me occupied, and I'm really sorry about that. But since it's almost summer, I will be able to post maybe a bit more frequently. I hope so. And so I will try to make up for the lost times or lost weeks of me not posting. I hope that you guys enjoyed this build, and it was really fun to make, and I'm really excited to do the rest and post a part 2. So yeah, like I said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please download it off the gallery and like this video, and please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me, and it really helps me out. So thank you guys, and I just want to say once again, I'm really sorry. So see you guys next time. Bye.